Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Greetings, divine Lumos keepers of Indra's many-faceted jewel of Mount Meru. Happy powerful new moon and Cancer activation. Today on this auspicious new moon we have an amazing 7777 portal galactic code. The priceless jewel is your sacred self and the unborn superconscious mind of Buddha. The gem of life is the moment of time we receive to live to the best of our abilities in the heart space of our infinite self. Each moment we share in time in the space-time matrix of the projection of the mind is beyond any value or price, for this life is a miracle made manifest. Now it is up to all earth angelic ground crew to live fully from our hearts as divine conscious co-creators of the new heaven on the new earth we came to manifest. We lowered our soul star spark into these space vehicles of light for the purpose of uplifting and elevating this realm of Gaia into the fifth dimension of unity, compassion, and unconditional love. This is what it means to be Christ conscious, living from the heart, being connected to all things. It doesn't matter the name we give to the consciousness of unity, cosmic, God, Buddha. They are all fingers pointing to the same moon. We call enlightenment, the nameless, unknowable mind of the great mystery, our true self. We say we forgot this nature, but in truth it is not a memory, it is the unchanging, eternal, pure awareness we call bright virtue, the eternal, infinite now. No word can come close to this ultimate truth of Source, but we do our best to lead the way in, to the kingdom of heaven within, so our precious ones of the light can have the direct experience of the eternal bliss consciousness of our almighty I Am presence. We call Buddha, the Tao, God, Source, Allah, Yahweh. Every culture has their own name for Mother, Father, God. All false systems, beliefs, programs, and interference patterns that no longer serve Gaia and humanity have become fully obsolete and are being removed, upgraded, or transformed to practices and systems that serve all. We are resolving all things in the unborn mind of Buddha. Every day we work with the seventh ray, the violet flame of Saint Germain, and with the power of our almighty I Am presence we step into the honor and the glory as divine sovereign way-showers of the new heaven upon the new earth. Pachamama is waking up and realizing what has been done to her body and to all her children over the centuries, and is not happy with the atrocities the dark false ones have done to her and all her children. She will continue to raise in frequency now until all false nefarious entities and lower energies are no more, once and for all. Amen. And in this transformation we become the stewards and guardians of the sacred lands of the new earth, 5D. Aho. Welcome, beloved beings of light. I am Paul White Gold Eagle from PrimeDisclosure.com. We have many powerful transmissions again for you today from our sacred New Earth scribes, so be sure to stick around to the very end, and please do us a favor and share this video with your teams and tribes all over this realm. And now we continue from Divine Sister of the Light, Lisa Marie Wright. Whoosh. We are being blasted with high-frequency light, bringing it all to the surface for release. Let it all go. Be done and free. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Joanne Tracy. We are off the charts in this now. All hands on deck is the message. So much love is being sent from the ether for us and Mother Earth Gaia to transition into a new 441 coming into the 444. So much assistance is being pushed through from our star families and loved ones. Now is the now. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Christina Morachetti, such a higher frequency, breaking down many linear aspects and densities, electricity in the air, root, chakra, and pineal glands superactivated. Can you feel it? And from Divine Brother of the Light, Sean Caulfield, as time transcends 2022, it can be understood that the collective soul is reaching the stage in its evolution where it is spinning and spiraling out of the mind structure and into the heart's freedom. The mind is being exhausted in its attempts to adapt and keep up with the accelerating changes the new higher ascending universal heart frequency, 9th wave, is bringing into the physical dimension. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Ra James, tonight's Cancer new moon is conjunct the asteroid Lilith. This is our black moon, so it's a powerful alignment. Cancer is ruled by the moon. When it's in its home sign, it is so much stronger. We can expect emotions to be running high and a massive clearing. This is the best time to be checking where Lilith is in your chart. This area is very much coming out to play all week. We have to go deep within the shadow. This Cancer new moon is bringing the dark feminine to the surface. There is a lot of healing happening for the feminine. We notice a theme as we see certain women are rising into leadership roles. For a long time, the wounded masculine has been in charge. This has caused a lot of deep collective wounding. Things are shifting now. The goddess is back. Expect the priestess to remerge. Lilith is in Cancer, which is a powerful placement. It's highlighting any issues you may have related to your home. This may be current or past related, depending on what you have going on. That means you will have old emotions and childhood traumas rising to the surface. You may be getting mad about past abuse you have experienced. This is actually to clear your system of past toxins. You're here to heal and clear your family ancestral line. Many are having to break free of toxic family systems in this life. If you are, you will shift into a new soul group. This also means the dark feminine is rising. Old energies are needing to be cleared. A lot of past life wounds are coming to the surface and how the feminine has been treated. The energies rising are destroying anything not serving us. This is so that we can create something better. These energies are meant to empower you. Neptune also shifts retrograde today until December 3rd. That means you may be having issues discerning fantasy from reality. Expect things to get more clear, though, as we move through this transit. Expect to wake up more. This retrograde is going to help us with stripping away any illusions or false realities. It's going to make your dreams more clear. From sparksofdivinelighthealing.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Divine Feminine 7777, the new moon is happening today. Can you feel the powerful energy coming in? A new beginning. We are invited to get into inner balance and harmony, and doing so, we will be able to see, realize, experience where we are stuck and why. You cannot move forward in the same old way if you want to change your life. The old has to be cleared, and this is the time for you to clear the old ways of living, being, doing, that are blocking your growth and keeping you stuck in the old. Observe what is in balance and where you are giving your power away. Where you give too much and receive nothing, or too little in return. Self-love is everything. Don't make yourself small. Don't listen to other people. Follow the guidance of your soul and do what feels right in your heart. Bring balance into every aspect of your life. The ritual you can do today, take time off and allow yourself to feel it all. Breathe deeply until you are completely calm and relaxed. Then feel, notice, observe everything that will come from the shadows. Breathe in the new energy and let it spread all over your body. Breathe out the old, heavy, dense energy and release it from your body. Breathe in and out until you feel you have reached the stillness within, nothingness, oneness, inner union. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Ali Ray, for some there is a quickening within now. These precious hearts may find themselves dizzy, lightheaded, disoriented, foggy, exceptionally sleepy, feelings of vertigo, feelings of not being able to think. Some may have an unspeakable sensitivity to absolutely everything. Light, sound, touch. It feels like you are not in the world and simultaneously hypersensitive to external stimuli. You, precious hearts, are moving through a holy corridor of corridors. And yes, you have already moved through many, but this you can feel the magnitude of is quite different. This comes with an all-encompassing surrender. Every aspect of what you call you feels this pull, this sensation. It is magnetizing all of you. No aspect of you is being left out of this experience. You may have moments of fear as the mind seeks to understand or fix or balance what is happening, but it cannot. Simply breathe and soothe the mind. Say to your mind, all is well, and return your focus to easy breathing. All that is underway is happening without your effort. You need do nothing. All there is to be and to surrender yourself to the unfolding. A very deep and holy sleep is coming to many in this timing. Please know that this and all other powerful holy corridors remain open for all hearts to journey in their divine timing. No one will ever be left behind. That is just simply an impossibility when we remember that there is only ever one in creation. For now, and for those in this particular holy corridor being magnetized in this timing, I whisper this to you. In your heart you hold the key. Do not fear the call to sleep. Upon your waking you will truly see. Sleep in heavenly dreams. The kingdom awaits, precious hearts. Let there be light. Love is, love is, love is. God is, God is, God is. Aho. And from Divine Sister of the Light Sadia Farah Ali. This new moon holds some deep reflective energies for us to unpack if we are willing to. When we are able to hold space for ourselves and processing that which wants to be acknowledged, we can receive the gift of healing. These energies are especially beneficial to heal and clear wounds related to trusting the feminine, the mother, surrendering to the divine will of our soul, and releasing all tendencies to want to control. There will be decisions that might come to mind of yourself or others that are still affecting you now. We are in a void of time, and you might feel the urge to go back in time and correct something. Let it go again and know there is an opportunity in each moment. There is no need to hold on to any emotions at this point. We are asked to reside our heart and mind into the field of 0 point, and know that we are not dependent on any outside force. There is no one who holds authority of you other than yourself. We are ultimately free, and we are held and protected always. This is a time of new birth, and we as humans are born from the water. The mother is water, and she is welcoming us back home. There is some adjusting that we might need when we learn again how to breathe underwater. Yes, we can feel disoriented at these times and worry, when will this ever be over? But this truly is all part of the divine plan, and things are actually speeding up. There is so much love surrounding us now. The higher realms are with us, supporting and loving us all the way. We are doing such a great job. No one of us has ever done this before. We are pioneers and we are brave souls. We got this. And from Forever Conscious. The Cancer new moon buds on June 28th. Just before this new moon peaks, Neptune enters retrograde in Pisces, increasing the flow of watery energy. It may be easy to get swept up in the waves this new moon brings, but grounding will be our antidote. The Cancer new moon conjuncts Black Moon Lilith, which represents the divine feminine flame that burns within all. This flame has been ignited in many of us recently. May the energy of Black Moon Lilith continue to burn bright, so reproductive freedom and greater equality prevails. The Cancer new moon is aligned with Black Moon Lilith. Black Moon Lilith is a mathematical point between the earth and the moon. It represents the rising of feminine consciousness out of repression and into a state of fullness. The astrology shows us there is more to unfold. It's a long road, but it is my hope that the energy of Black Moon Lilith continues to work its magic to empower us and to remind us that our true nature is as sovereign beings. From foreverconscious.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Carolyn, 144 God Code. We are being asked to release through the current gateway of today's Cancer new moon. This may be felt in the sacral chakra and abdomen as attachments are purifying by fire. These attachments were through contracts and partners that have been depleting you. The Most High is severing all ties with them. The truth is being exposed and revealed through this process of elimination. Choosing to let go and leave will speed up your manifestations and ascensions. Information is also entering, providing ideas of seeds to plant. Therefore, there is no need to cling onto self-perceived losses, as much more is now available. Quiet the mind and open up to receive different, new, and better. Collectively, us light warriors are doing this together to co-create our new earth paradigm. Though challenging, we are here to do this, and we are more than ready and prepared. Let's go, family of all stars. In Jesus Christos' name, amen. God bless you, Carolyn, Kundalini Twin Flames. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Christy Ashley. New moon in Cancer. This watery new moon is invoking deep emotions to rise within us at this time, and many are being called to go deeply within in order to maintain peace and equilibrium as the collective continues to go through this deep release and renewal period. These energies encourage us to embrace this moment and to be in total surrender. Allow the mighty current to carry you out further than you have ever been, and give yourself over entirely to each crashing wave that comes down. With each deep dive into our own sacred waters, we are bringing all back to purity and bliss. Spirit reminds us that as the tides rise and fall, so do our emotions. Everything is for a reason and serves a higher purpose. Now is the time to trust where you are being led and to be in flow with your own intuition and inner knowing. Allow the residue of all past hurts, addictions, traumas, illness, painful relationships, and toxic stories to be washed out to sea in this beautiful new now as we drift along in the peaceful stillness that carry us weightless and free. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Debbie Edwards, Into the Keep, with the new moon in Cancer, June 29, 2022. Okay, fellow cosmic soul travelers, I'm not gonna lie, things are about to get intense. Let's just say it's going to be a whole mood. We have to get our game face on, and that means for some of us we might be putting on war paint. Deep into the witching hours tonight as we cross over into the new day, June 29, 22, we welcome in the new moon in Cancer. The moon and sun are conjunct to one another and will be cooperative to help us examine our duality, light and shadow, and limitations and opportunities on a deeply emotional level. We have to exercise caution, though, because our emotions could steamroll us into the grudges or pains of the past if we're not careful. As we embrace the sacred feminine in her receptive lunar expression, we will have a triple Jupiter and Aries square to the Sun, Moon, and Lilith. We will also have a double Chiron and Aries square to the Sun and Moon. Mars and Aries will be square to Pluto, retrograde in Capricorn. Now is not the time to engage in any kind of strategic gameplay with an adversary. There are just far too many unpredictable elements to contend with. It is best to hold our position, stand our ground, and find the most diplomatic way possible to settle disputes. Otherwise, what it costs could be higher than we can afford. We must keep our heads about us and remember that every battle has rules of engagement, especially when it comes to spiritual warfare. The only trine we will have will be between Mercury and its home sign of Gemini and Saturn retrograde in Aquarius. This is where we could see gossip fizzle out, cheap proposals fall through, and an overall sense of better strategy be considered, because both sides will realize they just want to feel free and for things to improve. This is where experience has taught us how to handle things differently, especially big karmic lessons that were difficult to overcome. Hostility, violence, and triggered tempers could flare because deep inner wounds may be set on fire. Much like poking a bear that has surfaced in the spring from hibernation, the bear is hungry and just wants to eat, but might find himself in a dispute with other bears over food and territory. It is best to keep ourselves guarded and work to welcome and healing energies through proactive activities that bring about positive change and solutions. This way we can submerge ourselves in the deep waters of eternal life, rather than striking a match and burning the whole thing down. With that said, fire energy is all about creation, creativity, artistry, building, dreaming, doing, and harnessing raw potential. Working with fire elements while under water influences require self-control, proper direction, and skilled leadership. If done right, harnessing all that fire to spearhead new ventures can deliver absolutely life-changing miracles for years to come. What you do now will echo, make it count. This is a way we can properly tame these planetary squares to test our own resolve by only slaying the dragons which are destructive in our lives, ones especially we have personally created. By neutralizing our own threats, we can pour those deep, abiding Cancerian waters into our heart space and transmute pain into purpose. For those who want to create gem essences with moon water, clear quartz crystal is a perfect crystal to work with, since it's an amplifier. It will amplify the moon's energy as well as our own, since it is piezoelectric. It emits its own frequencies, but can adapt to, mirror, and emit frequencies it encounters, including ones we emit intentionally through prayer and meditation. Rose quartz, pink chalcedony, adventurine, and green jasper can be submerged in water. Other crystals that are great for heart chakra healing that cannot get wet can be placed beside the jar of water to absorb the new moon light for use later on in ritual or meditation. For a balancing and harmonizing, crystals that cannot get wet can be placed in a bowl of salt or sand, which will transmute any negative energies back into a neutral state and allow them to be cleansed for use in ritual. We may feel a need to be more grounded and focus on cleansing. Crystals we can use to help us on that journey are smoky quartz, lepidolite, black mica, smoky quartz, black jasper, black onyx, green tourmaline, black tourmaline, jet, rutilated quartz, tourmalinated quartz, and obsidian. We can use these crystals in solar plexus work or use them to grid our personal space so we're not vulnerable to EMF radiation from other people or our own projections of lower emotional vibrations. Patron deities we can call upon during ritual to help us in matters of love and heart space energies are Aphrodite, Hathor, Dagoda, Anteros, Eros, Turan, Dian Masalanta, Venus, and Saint Valentine, to name just a few, providing offerings and tributes to our patrons as a show of gratitude for helping us is a proper way to meet them halfway in doing our part. We are loved and supported by many. Breathe easy, my friends. It's okay to laugh and to cry. Let love lead the way. Debbie Edwards from MetaVisionaries.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Natalia Alba. Beloved ones, in our journey to ascend into a more harmonic reality, there will be times when confusion and the many distractions that surround us will profoundly overwhelm us. There are times when one has to stop all mental noise, physical input, others' personal opinions, and begin journeying within. For there are times when our egoic self and mind will not know what is real, what is not, and where we should go next in our personal quest for a more illumined way of living. The new moon in Cancer, together with Neptune retrograde, although in my personal view, whether retrograde or not, Neptune's essence continues to be one of profound wisdom, intuition, and profundity. Is one of these times when we should navigate within to regain clarity, balance, wisdom, and healing, as many continue losing themselves, searching outside, rather than simply moving within, to find the peace and calmness that they so desire. Neptune's essence is there for all who desire to confront and embrace their shadows, commune with their soul to receive the truth, and regain wisdom to follow their unique journey. Neptune gives us the opportunity to receive wisdom, recognize our shadows and clear them, so we can grow spiritually. The most important is to recognize illusion and independently of the inner work we have chosen to do at this time. A moon that provides us with the opportunity to connect not with forces, beings outside ourselves, but with the ones that reside within. For all creation dwells inside ourselves, and it is in forgetting this connection that we lose direction. During this moon there will be aspects, the moon semi-sextile Venus, which at the same time sextile Jupiter too, that will create the perfect harmonic atmosphere for us to go inside and become our own caretakers. For this is where unconditional love begins, not when we self-sacrifice for others, but when we begin by loving and respecting the God aspect of creation that we are too. Moving inward is risky, for we may find many shadows, wounds, and old companions that continue to be attached to our present selves. Being brave to face and deal with all that hurt us inside is what will allow us to clearly see who we are, what needs to be dissolved, and where we are in our present evolutionary path. Another important aspect is Jupiter in a square with the new moon, which will expand our feelings. If we are focusing on healing, commitment, and creating more confidence and peace, this is what will expand for us. On the contrary, if we focus on fear, anger, disempowerment, and frustration, it is what we will see reflected. It is all a matter of choosing our frequency and remaining in it to obtain similar results. This means very basic, but this is precisely where many fail, in remaining in the chosen frequency, as it is through negative thoughts, repetition of old patterns, that they come back to a lower state of being. This is why it is so important to heal and shift from the root, from our template. Otherwise we will be working superficially, as we have not yet commanded and recoded our DNA, which is why we continue to feel unhealed and incomplete. Guides share these two wonderful crystals, Cavensite and Apophyllite, to help us establish a deeper connection to our God-illumined self, through the clearing and opening of our third eye, as well as to connect with our inner realms and guidance. For guidance does not come from outer realms or beings, as it is often believed, but from our own unified self and guides team, which are often part of who we are too. We are immersed in a wisdom passage until the Lion's Gate, in which we have the opportunity to allow the universe's intelligence to guide us towards the next steps of our journey. This is a unique time for us to commune with our God self, descend more light from above, and revise our journey, what we have created, and where this is taking us now. As everything is always in constant communication with us, it is us, the ones who need to adjust our frequency and align with it to allow this connection. Have a blessed passage, beloveds. With infinite love, Natalia Alba from StarseedSoul.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Tanya Gabrielle. 7777, Cancer New Moon, Unplug and Thrive. Welcome, a gorgeous Cancer New Moon on June 28th, Americas, and June 29th, the rest of the world. The new moon in Cancer is exact on June 29th, 3:52 a.m. Universal Time. New moons are always a perfect time to start fresh projects with newfound passion and enthusiasm. In this case, the new energy is especially potent. 29 reduces to 11 and opens the portal of double new beginnings. With the sun and moon at 7 degrees Cancer, you are starting a new phase which honors rest, nurturing appreciation of nature, and the voice of your heart, your intuition. Amazingly, Jupiter is also at 7 degrees in Aries, creating an exact square to the new moon, and Venus joins the party at 7 degrees Gemini with a lovely sextile to Jupiter. This sets up a beautiful 7777 code of joy, abundance, beauty, and love. In astrology, Cancer rules the 4th house of the home. It is the sign aligned with the moon, nurturing, sweet, caring, and protective. Just as Jupiter and Venus are soothing us with joy, this new moon is embracing us with love. You are so much more open to inviting happiness into your life at all times. Joyful blessings from TanyaGabrielle.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Leah Whitehorse. Neptune stations retrograde as the god of the sea retreats. Unconscious yearnings, dreams, and wishes are revealed like shells by the outgoing tide. Illusions are washed away, mirages fail, and we begin to see through the veil. What was vague becomes clear. Acknowledge where there has been disappointment. Concede if you find some dreams are draining energy instead of inspiring you. Release them. Psychic perception is heightened. You may be more sensitive than usual to subtle impressions in the ether. Avoid excessive use of stimulants or alcohol. Wear or carry hematite or black tourmaline to ground and protect you. Get in touch with your intuition. Learn to meditate, explore your dreams, practice tarot, draw an oracle card, pray, find sanctuary by a stream or the sea, bless the water you drink, focus on your spiritual journey, use your imagination. New moon in Cancer conjunct black moon Lilith and square Jupiter in Aries. With the new moon square Jupiter, the temptation is to think we need to be more than we are to gain acceptance, a sense of belonging, a place in the world. We also may feel like we want to hide, shut the door on the noise and the anger, retreat because it's all too much. Old ghosts come back to haunt us, tell us that we don't fit. We feel like an outcast in our own family, country, or life. Lilith stirs, screeches in the night. The past calls for acknowledgement, but it does not mean we have to submit to old stories that shaped us. Lilith gives us the power to say no to what never belonged to us, what was never ours to carry, what should never have been our burden. We have the power to shapeshift, return to our essential self, refuse to live by the judgments of others. We are witches, says Lilith. We belong to the land itself. We are history. We are older than time. She draws closer, drops a tender, wizened hand on your shoulder, and whispers fiercely, "You are seen. Don't accept the unacceptable. This is a new beginning. Maybe not one we wanted, but it's the one we have. Draw on the power of your emotions. Use your magic." From LeahWhitehorse.com. And from 13 Moon Peace Time, Keen 41, Red Lunar Dragon, Longnü, daughter of the Dragon King. Longnü is depicted in the 12th chapter of the Lotus Sutra, Siddharma Pundarika Sutra, as being full of wisdom and achieving instant enlightenment. In the Lotus Sutra, Manjushri Bodhisattva speaks of her saying, "There is the daughter of the Naga king, Sagara, who is only 8 years old. She is wise, her faculties are sharp, and she also well knows all the faculties and deeds of sentient beings. She has attained the power of recollection. She preserves all the profound secret treasures of the Buddhas, enters deep in meditation, and is well capable of discerning all dharmas. She instantly produced the thought of enlightenment and has attained the stage of non-retrogression. She has unhindered eloquence and thinks of sentient beings with as much compassion as if they were her own children. Her virtues are perfect. Her thoughts and explanations are subtle and extensive, merciful and compassionate. She has a harmonious mind and has attained enlightenment." And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Keen 41, Red Lunar Dragon. Today is a lunar day, the second day of the wave spell, The second step entails identifying your obstacles so you may formulate a plan to overcome them. Dealing with problems and challenges is a fact of life. The better you are at facing them, the easier your life will be. Don't curse the challenge, but embrace it. John Lennon said there is no such thing as problems, only solutions. To guarantee success with this wave spell, you need to get out of the way of anything that is going to slow you down. Visualize being on a path and there is debris, rocks, and trees strewn over it. You cannot progress until you clear it. Today, contemplate what is hindering your progress. Today is Red Dragon, the day that represents rebirth and nurturing. These days are all about taking care of yourself and others. These days are also very good for starting new projects or giving birth to a new idea. If you have been overdoing it lately, find your cave and crawl inside. You will emerge feeling much better. Remember, resting is not a waste of time, but vitally important so you may have more energy and clarity. As it is a number 2 day, you may find it challenging to get the nurturing you need, but if you do, this will greatly help you solve your problems. Have you ever tried to deal with an issue when you are tired and ragged? The problems always seem much bigger when you don't feel up to facing it. Get that rest you need so badly and your problems will become much easier to handle. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, Red Lunar Dragon, 2 Imish, Keen 41, 28th of June 2022, Trusting and Nurturance. 28/6/2022 equal 10/6/6 equal 112 equal 13 equal 4. Day codes 28 planning for future success, 10 manifestation authority power, 1 new beginnings leader original, 4 form structure foundation earth angelic. Month year codes 6 heaven Christ family romance fertility, 12 acquiring strength wisdom, 3 holy triad joy creativity divine, 20 the awakening clear vision, 22 architect of peace master builder, Keen 41 equal 5 freedom liberation. Another powerful day challenging us to walk through the divine gateways and trust our abundant flow. Red Dragon is tribe number 1 and Keen 41. Commencing at the top of the 3rd column of the Tzolk'in, the number 3 represents the Holy Trinity, joy, creativity, communication, and expression. It relates to the solar plexus chakra and rediscovering and claiming our power. All these themes will overlay during the next 20 days, giving us much power in this enlightening wave spell. Day 2 in the Yellow Sun wave spell of illuminating our highest evolutionary path, to reclaim our soul power and full sovereignty. Today we are challenged to stabilize the polarity battles between light and dark and ground the light into our physical reality. Tone of creation, lunar tone 2 in the physical realm. The lunar tone represents the sacred twins, cooperation, relationship, polarity of male and female, and duality. Its action polarizes, power challenges, essence stabilizing. A day filled with questioning how you can transcend duality, using your inner magician through your power of compassion and nurturance. As it is a lunar tone, partnerships and relationships will be highlighted in order to come to a state of harmony. It is time to step out of the duality game and all its possible challenges in order to resolve fears, leading you back to wholeness. Polarity reveals your conflicts, struggles, and the apparent separation created by your beliefs in duality. Polarized positions actually work in cooperative alliance. In cooperation, all polarities serve as backgrounds for full appreciation of one another and the whole. Examine the opposites and polarity within yourself. Explore your divine feminine and masculine aspects. Has your feminine aspect been repressed from being receptive to the magic that surrounds you and enchanting others by your true beauty and raw vulnerability? It is real to express your true inner being and allow more receptivity to flow into your life. Do not hide parts of yourself. compartmentalizing fragments of your soul. No longer can we wear the masks of duality. It is time to take off all your masks that you have been hiding behind and be whole again. Bring all that is dark into the light. The authentic you is beautiful and radiant in your raw essence, a spark of the divine. Step out and shine. May peace be with us all. Amen. Today's question is, what needs to be stabilized in your physical reality in order to feel nurtured and cared for by others and Source? Today we have the opportunity to cast away the darkness of the past and start again afresh. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. What will you birth and create? Divine blessings for the discovery of total nurturance in the womb of our mother dragon. In la ketch a la keen. Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Keen 66. Keen 41, Red Lunar Dragon. The mantra, the code for today is, I polarize in order to nurture. Stabilizing being, I seal the input of birth. With the lunar tone of challenge, I am guided by the power of space. And on this powerful day of activations, transformations, and manifestations, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're feeling, what you're seeing, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications of our future transmissions. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now I'd like to take the time to thank everyone supporting us in our work and mission. It's because of your monthly pledges and donations we're able to continue this work. So if you'd like to help support us and help us continue bringing these daily transmissions to the world, you can make a monthly pledge to our Patreon page at whitegoldeagle.com. I'd like to thank Divine Sister of the Light, Lisa Rowand, for another donation. Thank you very much, Divine Sister. We truly appreciate you and all the support you give us. If you'd like to support us in our work and mission, you can make a monthly pledge to our PayPal account at egolovecondor.com. I'd like to also thank Divine Sister of the Light, Hannah Rose Avery, for your super thanks donation. Thank you very much, Divine Sister. We appreciate you and your support. If you'd like to support us with a one-time super thanks donation, it's located under every video with a little heart and thanks next to it. Just click there and you can make a donation that way. We appreciate every dollar sent to us. Every dollar counts in our great cause of the awakening of human consciousness and assisting Gaia and all her children in this great ascension process. We are truly grateful and appreciate all of you that are supporting us through these challenging times. Namaste. I'd like to also thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condor's artwork. You could purchase her beautiful handmade goddess totems, zodiac goddesses, healing jewelry, and other works of art at lunagoddessart.com. Now we're going to complete today's transmission with powerful code from the Summit Lighthouse. Master Saint Germain, Seventh Ray, and the Violet Flame. The Violet Flame mantra by Saint Germain for transmuting personal and planetary past errors in thought, feeling, and action. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. Initiation on the seat of the soul chakra. Gifts of the Holy Spirit. Gift of prophecy and the working of miracles. Etheric retreats, the Cave of Symbols, Table Mountain, Wyoming, USA, the Temple of the Maltese Cross, Transylvania, Romania, vibration violet, purple, pink, aqua, teal, gemstone, amethyst, diamond, aquamarine, quality, freedom, alchemy, justice, diplomacy, transmutation, day, Saturday. Thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light. Have a most beautiful, blessed, and powerful new moon in Cancer, and beautiful rest of the week ahead as we journey into this sacred month of July and the 7-7 portal. 4444 coming in, 88 Lionsgate, Lyra Nation of the new Lemuria coming in. Keep walking gently your sacred path with peace and love in every step, and keep shining your light brightly into the night. Be sure to make today and every day the best day ever. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.